All right, so typically getting started on the program, we have a lot of questions in regards to different workout formats and so forth. It's pretty hard to explain over text, so I want to go ahead and explain to you in a vocal format how these work. All right, so the first format that we have is called AMRAP. It stands for as many rounds as possible or as many reps as possible. Okay, the idea of this is you have a certain time length to work, and you go ahead and go through that workout as many times as possible at your own pace, giving you a score at the end of how many reps or how many rounds that you completed throughout that whole format. So that's a pretty simple format. You either set yourself for 10, 12, 14 minutes, whatever is prescribed on the workout, go through that workout as many times as possible. Okay, the next one we have is called TABATA. Now this is just a fancy name given to a workout that stands for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. All right, it typically goes for 8 rounds, which would ultimately leave 4 minutes total of this workout. Now, the biggest thing that would be doing is that you would have a certain workload to be doing for those 20 seconds of work, then you get 20 seconds of rest in between each round. So that's your time just to recover, catch your breath, and get ready for the next round. Okay, one of my favorite things to do for this format is actually just to use a Tabata song. So the easiest thing would be is just YouTube Tabata songs, pick one, and it can easily guide you through the workout. It has vocal cues and so forth, so you don't have to pay attention to a timer while you're doing this format. All right, the next format that we have is called rounds for time. Pretty simple format. Basically what would happen is you might have a few different exercises, a certain workload to do, and I'd say, hey, do that 4 rounds for time. So you would complete each of those exercises 1 time, and that would be 1 round. You complete them again, and obviously that would be 2 rounds. Okay, at the end of however many rounds are prescribed, you'd have a time score leaving you at the end of that workout. All right, the last format that we have is called AMRAP. Now this is a pretty awesome format, but it sometimes gets a little complicated for some people to figure out, so we'll make it really simple. Okay, so what happens is you have a certain workload to do in a minute, and whatever the remainder of that minute is your break. For example, if I say 10 push-ups in a minute, you would do 10 push-ups, look at the clock, and see how much of the remainder of the minute that you have before the next minute hits. Okay, so let's say it takes you 20 seconds to do 10 push-ups. You have 40 seconds of rest till the next minute hits that you can go ahead and recover. That's your time just to relax. Okay, let's say it takes you 30 seconds to do 10 push-ups. Then you have 30 seconds to rest before the next minute hits and so forth. So it's an awesome format trying to keep you really high intensity. You work a little bit harder because then you get longer rest periods.